Time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. An ongoing atmospheric river event will continue to produce multiple rounds of heavy rainfall to parts of Southern California, including the Los Angeles basin. Dangerous small streams, urban and river flooding, mudslides, strong winds, and high surf are expected. Heavy snow is also expected from the Sierra Nevada through the Four Corners. Closer to home, the borderland continues under a ridge of high pressure that's going to keep the weather fair and mild today. Later in the day, the storm will begin to push into the southwestern part of the state, with scattered showers increasing overnight. Tomorrow, the storm system will move over the region with increased winds and scattered lowland rain showers and mountain snow. Rain and snow amounts should remain light across the region, with winds looking to average 20 to 30 miles per hour, gusting up to 40. The remainder of the week looks drier with lighter winds, but somewhat unsettled weather remains, with the lesser chances for more isolated daily precipitation. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. The New Mexico Veterans Services will be in town tomorrow, as well as a few other times this month. Tomorrow and on the 14th, Holloman Air Force Base TAP counseling from 8 until 10, and the 26th through the 28th, the Holloman Air Force Base Transition Workshop from 8 until 10, nmdvs.org for details. The Alamogordo Public Library invites you to a genealogy workshop happening this Saturday. Come learn how you can find your family history using various databases, books, and more. This program will be facilitated by the White Sands chapter of the NSDAR. Again, that's this Saturday, 1 to 3. Telephone 575-439-4148 if you need some more information. This event is free. Alamogordo Public Schools Career and Technical Education requests your input. The New Mexico Public Education Department is hosting a comprehensive local needs assessment meeting. The CLNA reviews the current labor market and establishes funding priorities for all CTE programs. Please consider attending in person or virtually to advocate for funding for local priority program needs. That's happening on Thursday, February 22nd from 10 until noon. See the Alamogordo Public Schools Facebook page for details. The Alamogordo Fire Department and Alamogordo Senior Center are teaming up to provide adults over 60 with smoke detectors. I spoke with Lieutenant Will Skaggs.
Right now, the Senior Center is taking sign-ups for anybody who, in the elderly community, who may need a smoke detector or who may have expired smoke detectors that need replacement. So what we'll be doing is installing up to 2 free, brand new lithium-ion batteries. That means that the residents don't have to change the batteries and they don't have to worry for their smoke detectors for 10 years, and they're completely free.
That's on February 10th. Contact the Alamo Senior Center to register or for more information. The Alamo Senior Center presents the Valentine's Day Dance.
It's going to be held on February the 14th. That's on a Wednesday, and it's going to be here from 2 to 5 in the dining room. Dancing and music by Bull Rivers. The cost is $10. We're going to be having, for food, the brisket, baked potato, vegetables, a dinner roll, and dessert.
Gloria speaking with Crazy Radio. If you have any questions, call 575-439-4150. The Village of Tularosa is having a community watch program meeting on February 19th at 6 p.m. That's at the old community building on Bookout Street. I spoke with Chris Rupp about what to expect.
Recently here in Tularosa, we've had a big influx and change in our police department. And so we've been lacking some officers, and we've had a lot more criminal activity throughout the community. Our goal is to get the community together. That way we could talk to a lot of the people in the community and find out exactly what some of their concerns are, ways we might be able to address it, and again, maybe just educate some of our public on things they can and can't do. Basically, watch out for them and their neighbors as well.
For details, check out the Making a Difference Tularosa Facebook page or call Rupp at 575-430-1002. Well, today is Tuesday. It's time for an introspection with Pastor Johnny Walker.
This is Johnny Walker with today's introspection. Just a word of encouragement, a little sunshine to put in your pockets. Steps. The very word can invoke a sense of tedium and monotony. We often see them as obstacles. They are the very essence of progress. As a young and carefree kid, I saw no value in steps. I would bound them up, skipping them 2 or 3 at a time. Until one day, My overconfidence got the better of me, and I stumbled and fell on those steps. It was in that moment of falling that I realized the immense significance of these seemingly insignificant objects. It hurt. Everyone was watching, and I didn't feel like getting up, but I knew I had to. That fall taught me humility. That fall taught me the importance of respecting the process, of embracing the journey, learning from mistakes, placing value on the advice of other experienced stair climbers, rather than racing towards the destination and fussing at those in my way. In that very moment, I began to understand that the race of life is not won by the swift or the strong, but by those who endure to the very end. Each step, each obstacle is a chance for growth, for development, for becoming the best version of ourselves. It was through this realization that I discovered a higher power at work. God, in His infinite wisdom, orders our steps. He has a plan for us, a purpose that extends far beyond our limited understanding. We are not wandering aimlessly. We are not moving on our own. There is a path laid out before us, a course that we must tread. As I embraced this truth, a sense of peace washed over me. No longer did I feel the need to rush, to expedite the process. God was not only working on my destination, but He was also working on me. Sometimes He made me wait. Sometimes He made me slow down. But every step, every moment of delay was part of His perfect plan for my life. In due season, with your heart aligned and your eyes fixed on the prize, you will reach the heights you were destined to conquer. So, do not despise the steps before you. Embrace them. Understand that they are not only leading you to a higher level, but also perfecting you in the process. Stay on track, for your time will come. Your steps are not wasted. They are part of a greater preparation towards a greater blessing. Y'all be blessed. Be a blessing, and we'll see you back here next week, same time on Crazy.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Local news from local perspectives from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.com. Local sports, local events, and local happenings, and more. Owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.com. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
The Biden administration awarded $3.6 billion to help fund homelessness assistance programs across the country. Congressman Teresa Ledger Fernandez spoke with KOB about it.
We know that homelessness is a major issue, not just in New Mexico, but across the country.
New Mexico received more than $16 million from the Department of Housing and Urban Development's Continuum of Care program. That'll go towards 28 homelessness programs in the Land of Enchantment.
And it provides money across the state, not just in Albuquerque and Santa Fe, but also in San Juan, in the southern part of the state, in San Juan County, across the state, needed funds to these programs that are doing a great job.
The $3.6 billion is the largest amount the Continuum of Care program has awarded to communities in its history. Legislation to allow for mobile driver's licenses is making its way through the Roundhouse. From the Roundhouse, we hear now from Jason Espinoza.
Legislation being considered by the New Mexico legislature during the 30-day legislative session would enable the state of New Mexico to issue electronic credentials for driver's licenses and identification cards, in addition to physical driver's licenses or physical identification cards. 8 states currently offer electronic driver's licenses. Those include Arizona, Maryland, Colorado, Missouri, Mississippi, Oklahoma, Louisiana, and Delaware. 10 additional states are in the process of adopting mobile driver's licenses. The New Mexico Taxation and Revenue Department notes that digital IDs will streamline some processes and improve accessibility, simplifying daily interactions while safeguarding personal information. The agency also reports electronic driver's licenses and identification cards are already being accepted at specific Transportation Security Administration facilities and by businesses that have invested in reader devices. TSA is expected to widely adopt scanning technology to allow use of mobile driver's licenses at airports in the coming years. The bill, Senate Bill 88, sponsored by Senator Bobby Gonzalez, unanimously passed its first two committees and now awaits consideration by the full Senate. The 2024 legislative session ends at noon on February 15th. For the New Mexico News Network, I'm Jason Espinoza.
The Albuquerque Police Department is continuing its work to monitor drunk drivers on the streets of Albuquerque despite a recent FBI investigation involving multiple members of the DWI unit. Linda Atkinson, the executive director of the DWI Resource Center, told KOAT how disappointing it was for her to hear about the 150-plus dropped cases.
Seeing the consumption of alcohol rise in this state and the number of crashes going up, arrests going down, we're going in the wrong direction.
This past Friday night, Albuquerque PD arrested 3 people on DWI charges. New Mexico State Police will be conducting sobriety checkpoints, saturation patrols, registration, insurance, and driver's license checkpoints in all New Mexico counties in the month of February. You can see the Fourth Amendment to the United States Constitution if you want to know why I have a problem with this. The police claim these checkpoints help change society's attitude about driving while under the influence of intoxicating liquor or drugs. If that's the case, why are the numbers going up? They say hundreds of lives could be saved every year if every driver had the courage to make the right decision to not drive impaired. And while I agree that part is true, imagine how many hundreds or thousands could be saved if police went out looking for drunk drivers versus conducting these checkpoints and simply waiting for drunks to show up, all the while violating our Fourth Amendment rights. I'm just saying. Sports and weather are next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
There are 45 games for New Mexico girls basketball today, including Gateway Christian at Lake Arthur. The Institute heads to Ruidoso, Carrizozo at Hondo, Capitan at Cloudcroft, Mescalero at Tularosa. Ow! Go Lady Cats. Gadsden heads to Alamogordo. Go Lady Tigers. There are 51 games for New Mexico varsity basketball today, including Carrizozo at Hondo. Ruidoso heads to the Institute. Hot Springs at Cobre. Mescalero at Tularosa. Ow! Go Wildcats. Alamogordo heads to Gadsden. Go Tigers. Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for mostly cloudy skies with a 20% chance for showers. Tonight, cloudy skies with a 30% chance for showers. New precipitation amounts less than 1/10 of an inch expected. Winds will be gusting up to 22 miles per hour. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy with a 60% chance for showers. New precipitation amounts less than 1/10 of an inch expected. Winds will be gusting as high as 28 miles per hour. Your high today in the basin, 64. Low tonight of 44. Wind chill's going to make it feel like it's 37. High tomorrow of 55 degrees. In Cloudcroft, mostly cloudy skies today with a 20% chance for a wintry mix. Winds will be gusting as high as 26 miles per hour. Tonight, cloudy skies with a 40% chance for rain and snow. Winds will be gusting as high as 39. Mostly cloudy tomorrow with a 70% chance for snow. Winds will be gusting as high as 43. Your high today for Cloudcroft, 48. Wind chill's going to make it feel like it's 25. Low tonight of 30. Wind chill's going to make it feel like it's 15. High tomorrow, 34. Wind chill's going to make it feel like it's 15 degrees. Don't forget about your pets, pipes, and plants. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.com, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. Well, that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.